everybody. I do want to say that I had some people that did the 555 challenge, and Lisa, you were my number 2. So I'll get with you on what you won, but want to say congratulations on that. We will be setting another challenge after we talk about tonight, so be listening for that. We are pretty much exactly 1/2 way through this Claiming Your Harvest. Can y'all believe that? 2.5 months. This is a total of 5 months. I personally feel that I've gained so much from the speakers that we've had in here. We have a lot more to come, including tonight. So tonight, Sunshine and I are going to be sharing with you what we've kind of coined the 6 squared strategy. And so I just have a couple questions to get started. If you guys want to probably share the chat box right here to answer these questions, we'll give you an opportunity later to maybe start speaking, but just maybe type this in the chat. Who here has a business plan? Do you have a business plan set up for what you are doing to build your business? Is your business plan working for you? Okay. What do you need to be an RCD? Who here listened to the U Squared? Either listened to it or bought the book and read it? Okay. Who's ready for a quantum leap? Do we have any quantum leapers here? All right. So tonight, a question I have for you is, we all, as we're sharing the Young Living, whether it's the essential oils or the other products, often we hear excuses, right? I would love for maybe a couple of you guys to go ahead and unmute yourself and just tell me 2 main problems or issues you often hear people complain about that you may think that there is a Young Living product that can help them, or an excuse they may give of why they can't get started with Young Living or anything else in their lives. Anybody want to unmute and tell me 1 or 2 problems you hear often?
Anxiety would be one that they need it for, definitely.
Okay.
And I don't have the money right now.
Money issue. We've heard that before, right? Anybody else?
I usually hear them say they have hormonal issues, and the same thing goes for me about the money.
Okay. Money and hormone issues. Anybody else? Mom? Unmute yourself.
I don't know how to.
There, you did it.
Oh. Yeah, money is one of them, and the other one is they don't know where to start, even though you try to help them get started. Sometimes they just feel overwhelmed, or there's so many different things, or they've heard so many different things.
Yep. Hear that often. Anybody else? One more person?
So I interviewed Dawn Perry this week in our group, and she was looking for something to help her sleep. She was having issues with sleeping. So, you know what that can do to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do. How about energy? Does everybody have energy? Do you hear people complaining about that? I know a few of you guys that I've talked to heard my story about someone that we worked with for 1.5 years trying to help them get started with oils, and often we did not hear what she was saying, but she was overwhelmed and she did not have the energy after she got off work to add anything new to her life. So just sharing that, because sometimes energy, if we don't have it, can block us from doing the things that we really want to do in life. And it may be even starting something as simple as essential oils. All right. So the last thing I'm going to ask, last question, and go ahead, you can just type this one in. What is Young Living's goal? What is their mission? What is it that they're wanting us to share Young Living about? Anybody put in the chat box what it is that Young Living is trying to do, their goal. And we are a part of that. Oils in every home, Sue says. Exactly. To share with every person in the world, 1 drop at a time. Get oils in every house. Okay, so tonight we are going to go over a business plan that we would like to invite you to see if this may be an open door you were looking for. So if you heard that word open door, it may remind you, but I am going to go ahead and read one more time the true story from U Squared, because I want to make sure that you guys hear this tonight, okay? So I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, and I just lost you guys, but I think you can still see me. There we go. All right. So y'all can hear me? We good, Sunshine? All right. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees, about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short life's energies. In a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane, the whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy. Try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is wide open. 10 seconds of flying time and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could be free of this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach? Something dramatically different. How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. Dr. Price Pritchett. How many of you have felt like that fly? Hitting the window over and over, and just 10 steps away is an open door. Anybody? Am I the only one? Sunshine agrees with me. All right. So tonight, guys, we're going to be sharing with you something that may be a little out of the ordinary, something a little bit different. Like all my energy is burned up on trying harder and harder to get through that window, only to never break through. So if you've been there, I want you to think about this. There are so many people out there. We are not the only ones that feel that way. But often the other side of that window, what we're working so hard towards, is more money. All right? We work ourselves to death with the belief that the more we work, the harder we work, the more money we will make. Yet what we find is no energy left at the end of the day and just enough money to get through the day, week, and month. So, have you ever thought that maybe to get what you really want is behind you and the door is wide open? All you have to do is turn around and fly right through that door. Okay? So that is what we're going to share with you guys today, a door. Okay? We've got the fly, we've got the window, we've got the door. The U squared, the reason why we shared this for you guys is we wanted you to feel what Sunshine and I felt as we were putting this together. The funny thing is, Sunshine had already read this book, and I had heard the story about the fly, didn't know exactly where it came from, and really started just breaking down what it means to do this as a business, how we can do this with the least amount of effort, okay, which is exactly what this book talks about. Her and I had started on this 6 squared strategy. She gave it the name 6 Squared, didn't even know that she was getting this from U Squared. I pick up this book, I start reading it, and I'm like, this is exactly what we've put together. And she said, yes, it is, of course. So in the book, U Squared, Price Pritchett shares about the quantum leap strategy. It's an extremely minimalistic blueprint for breakthrough performance. It's based on the concept of minimum effective dose, MED. So MED is defined as the smallest dose that will produce this desired outcome. I don't know about you guys, but so often I feel like I'm doing a lot of work that doesn't have a lot of outcome or results, okay? So the MED focus on what counts most. It's not only delivering the most dramatic results, but it also does it in the least time possible. How many of you feel like this is taken forever? All right? The MED sets limits, it clarifies and simplifies. Who likes simple? Anything beyond the MED is wasteful, maybe even damaging. Quantum leaps imply speed, breakthrough performance, and less effort. That trifecta demands ruthless simplicity, an elegant less is more approach that powers geometric gains. So U Squared promotes an unconventional strategy for achieving breakthrough performance. This powerful new method replaces the concept of attaining gradual, incremental success through massive effort. Instead, it puts forth 18 key components for building massive success while expending less effort. So instead of hitting that window day in and day out, it's going through the door. Okay, so learn to multiply personal effectiveness. One of the things that we're going to show you is about multiplying you. Okay, quit trying harder. Who's ready to work smarter and not quite so hard? All right, think beyond what common sense would allow. Okay, I know we've all been doing this business for a while a certain way. We've seen other people doing it a certain way. There are some things that we may share today that may just kind of boggle your mind, like, why are they even talking about doing this way? Why don't we do it the other way? Okay? Make your move before you're ready. Often we keep trying to do all these things and plan all these things out before we make a move. Sometimes it's about just going ahead and making the move. And look inside for the opportunity. So often we're asking for a solution and then we push it aside instead of the solution being right there and going for it. So go ahead. What if I could show you first how you could increase your energy, and second, stop hitting the window and burning up your energy by turning around and walking through the door for a quantum leap. If you'll put in the chat if you are interested in learning more, let me know, because we are going to move on. Wendy says she's interested. Anybody else? Yes, yes, preach it, says Tina. Always. Terry, yes. All right, so we are going to look at energy. Energy problems. 1 in 5 people complain they are constantly exhausted. Anybody here ever exhausted? Worldwide, there was 44.9 billion in sales of energy drinks. Okay? 43% surveyed do not get enough sleep to think clearly at work, make informed decisions. Okay? So here's some questions I'm going to ask you, and these may be some questions that you want to ask your team members or prospects as we move forward. Do you have a hard time getting out of bed? Are you lethargic by lunch? Do you work hard all day with no energy to play? Do you find your body betraying you? Do you need a simple strategy to increase your energy? Okay, so remember how we talked about the MED, the minimum effective dose? Well, guess what? We have that right here. Young Living has 3 products that give us the minimum effective dose. All right, so we have the energy drink of Ningxia Red. Okay, getting our morning start, 2 to 4 ounces. It's powerful. It's an antioxidant. It's a superfood. Noon Burst. Who has done the Zing? Endurance, hydrating, thirst quenching. Okay, story right here. My daughter, I'm not saying this is like something I recommend, but I'm just going to say she was going to have some friends over. It was 8 p.m. She was tired. She had had a long day, but man, you know, she's 17. She wants to party with her friends, right? However, 17-year-old good girl parties. But anyway, does it with some Zing. She had a can of Zing at 8 p.m. Her and her friends had a sleepover and stayed up till 3 a.m. Okay, but here's the part. She was thinking about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning how tired she'd been at 8, and she was so surprised that she was able to stay up that late, even though I would rather her not stay up that late. But what was amazing is the next morning she got up. She was wide awake. She made her friends breakfast. She was so surprised. The only thing that she had done different was had a Zing. Okay, she has Ningxia Red every morning. She had gone through her day, but 8 p.m., you know, get up at 7:30 in the morning. By 8, 9 o'clock, you're getting tired, right? That Zing gave her energy. All right, so I know that Ningxia Red, Nitro, and Zing all put together make this amazing energy for me, but the Zing itself was all she had. Now, Nitro. Who needs some focus, especially at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Who needs some brain power? How about some high performance? Guys, we have these 3 products right here, and they have oils right in them. Okay, so we're going to talk about what we can do. Benefits of 100% natural Ningxia energy drinks, right? I could read all these to you, but I'm not, because you guys already know how great these products are, but I'm just telling you, I want you to look at what this is versus on the other shelf energy drinks. They don't have all the positive things that our Ningxia Red has, okay? The American Heart Association found one 16-ounce drink increased blood pressure and stress hormones. Do you think that's good for you? Anxiety. Someone brought up anxiety earlier. Hey, some of those people that are dealing with anxiety may be dealing with anxiety because of what they're putting in their body. I was one of those people. I found that what I was putting in my body was not necessarily an energy drink, but other things I was doing, like high fructose corn syrup and a lot of sugar and stuff, was causing my anxiety, dehydration, insomnia. I could go on and on. You look at the bottom, cirrhosis of the liver. Guys, these energy drinks on the shelf are not good for people. They're going to give them this quick high and this quick low. As I just shared, the Zing gave my daughter this nice little energy burst, and even though she slept fine once she went to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, she was able to get up the next day feeling good because she had the energy that was coming from the nutrients from these products. All right, so no more crashes, no more feeling like the fly hitting the wall, right? Has anybody felt that way after having one of those drinks? So what we have here is up your game, increase your performance. The Mega Boost, if anybody has ever done 2 ounces of the Ningxia Red and a tube of the Nitro, it is amazing. It's going to give you an awesome boost, okay? But the Ultra Boost, this is what I do at convention, guys. I made it through convention feeling really good. And yes, Lisa's asking about the slides. We will talk about how you can get these slides. 1 can of Zing, 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, and a tube of Nitro. If anybody has ever had that, oh my goodness, it is amazing, 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 okay? So, next slide. Yes, Wendy said her favorite. So, guys, if I was sharing this with a bunch of people that do not know about our Ningxia products, I would be telling you all about this. I want you to see this slide, but, guys, we have something amazing in the Ningxia Wolfberry. So, we're going to go ahead and go to the next slide. We have a bunch of information here, but we have some that's highlighted, and I just want to say that most people don't know this about our Ningxia Red. It has 21 essential minerals, significant levels of vitamins, but here it again, listen, 15.6% protein, okay? It's rich in amino acids. Those are the building blocks, and it has fiber. We are not getting enough fiber, okay? What this drink does for us is it gives our cells energy. It doesn't just give us this quick burst of energy that is going to go back down like other energy drinks. It helps give us the nutrition that we need. Brain and nerve function, okay? Helps us to feel better. So we're going to go on to the next one. Zing, anytime for a refreshing burst of energy. Again, I just told you guys my daughter's story, but hey, drink it, get your own story, and you can see all these wonderful things. It's great for the digestive system, the lymphatic system. It only has 35 milligrams of caffeine in it. I am one of those people that cannot do caffeine. It'll give me a headache. Zing does not give me a headache. The Nitro doesn't. This is coming from the green tea, so it's different than like a coffee would be doing, and it's only 35 calories per can. That is amazing. It's good morning, noon, or night, even at 8 p.m. if you're wanting to stay up late. All right, so the Ningxia Nitro, this is, guys, is for your brain. It helps improve energy, it helps you think better. It's infused with the essential oils, it helps with mental focus, clarity, memory. How about cardiovascular health, healthy cholesterol, helping balance your normal blood sugars, even protects eye health and sex drive. So I'm just saying, get yourself some Nitro, all right? So we're gonna go on to the next one. What we have here is what we call the 6 Squared Facebook group. This is a way that you can join us to learn more about these products, how you can get them into your hands and use them. We have the 30-day Ningxia Challenge. Who's taken the 30-day Ningxia Challenge before? All right. So what we want to do is we want to help people, okay? We're starting with you guys to share how you can share this information with others, but so often we think as builders, and when we look at the other way, remember being that fly, we so often think we need to get people started on that premium starter kit with essential oils. And I just had this eye-opening experience with someone saying, I didn't even have the energy to know how to use 11 oils. That was way too overwhelming. Open up a pack of Ningxia Red, drink it. That is simple. Who wants simple, right? How many people out there are saying no to you because they think it's too complicated? We want to make things simple, all right? Okay, so I am going to give Sunshine the next issue that we happen to see often.
Okay, so my question is, money, do you have money problems? And if you don't, do you know anybody that has money problems? Let me know down in the chat if you do. Let me know, money problems, or just need some more of it maybe. So here we find out that 77 million Americans have debt in collections. 54% of Americans have zero money in savings. 80% of Americans are in debt. That's including the people that are homeless that don't make any money. Okay, so there's a lot of people that make zero money. 80% of all Americans are in debt. So some questions that I ask, and whenever I have presented this to a few people, like I tell them, you don't have to answer these to us, but think about this in your mind. Are you in debt? At least 80% of us on this call are most likely in debt. Has debt ever damaged your relationships? And so, like, have you ever just let somebody borrow some money and maybe they didn't give it back to you whenever they said they would? So do you work hard all day and then you don't have any time to play? Are you living the dream, or are you living the financial nightmare? You need a simple strategy to increase your money. We got energy and money. Could you use more of either one of those? All right, so you can get what you want and you can move on. So what this looks like is, one, you invest in your health. And that is through the products that Shauna just mentioned. So you're actually increasing your health just by investing in these products. The startup is about $300, and then you're looking at $200 per month, which is about $2,500 per year to invest in your health. We don't have this on the slide, but for every $1 you spend on investing in your health, that can save you anywhere from $1 to $21 in the back end. So, you know, in the future, you're saving that money if you invest in your health today. So the second part is picking 6. Find your winning team. You don't need 1 million. You don't need 10,000. You just need 6. Okay? And so when you pick your 6 and help them get their 6, what ends up happening is you build this residual income where you can get out of debt, you have the time to do what you want, and you get paid over and over. And so part of that Facebook group and that education, we're going to educate you on the products, but also you need to understand what exactly residual income is and how beneficial it is to just have that money coming on in. So who makes money with Young Living? Just answer down in the chat, yes or no. Do you make any money with Young Living? Do you get a check every month? It doesn't matter if it's $5 or if it's $5,000. Do you make money? So we got some people that are making money every single month. How cool is it that every month you get a check either mailed to you or direct deposited? And you know, some months you may work a whole bunch and some months not so much, right? So this is kind of stating the obvious, but let's look at it anyway. So the benefits of money: time freedom, vacation, rest. I love the work for satisfaction rather than money. How would you like to do what you want to do just because you feel like that's something that you want to contribute to people or the earth or whatever? Time to improve your relationships, increased family time, more investments, and just the ability to help. How many of you would love to be able to help somebody and not have to go balance your budget before you decide to help or how much you can help? You just know, I got that. I can help you. Okay, so issues with lack of money. 61% of Americans stress about work. 60% of Americans stress about money. So the thing that shocked me when we were building this presentation is that stress is linked to the top 6 causes of death. So the top 6 that are listed, stress is a factor. And if you're getting stress from work, how much are you working? A lot, right? So what you're actually doing is selling your best years to someone else's dream. So I'm wondering, are you ready for a change? So let's look at the income disclosure. The income disclosure, what I want to show you with this is the latest and greatest income disclosure from 2017, that out of 100% of Young Living members, there are 10.5% sharing the opportunity. So what this tells you is that there's a lot of room for growth. We are typically a product focused company, so we focus on the product first and then we bring in the business after that. And you can tell that almost 90% of people love their products so much. They're preferred customers. Okay, so the products are great. We don't even have to worry about that. These products are awesome. And then you have all this opportunity to share this for money. So here is the next part of the income disclosure, and it's really just getting to 63% of people are star to executive, 3% are silver to platinum. So if you're silver, you are the top 3% of the company. That's pretty neat, huh? You're top 63% of those 10.5%. Because that's all they're talking about on this page. They're not talking about the 89.5% that are product users. So out of 10% of Young Living people, this is where you're at, okay? So you're doing a great job. And so they consider that 10.5% anybody who has ever even sold one kit. Okay, so here is the income disclosure like we're used to seeing. So take a look at that real quick and just tell me in the chat, where do you want to be? Look at this average income here and let me know where you would like to be. Okay, so Royal Crown Diamond, 6 figures per month. Okay, anyone else? Royal Crown Diamond, Jonna says, awesome. Silver soon, excellent. Beth would love to be silver. Okay, fantastic. So these are all listed on here because there's actual humans that have achieved this. It's pretty cool. And the difference between them and you is that they had a strategy. So let's get a strategy.
Unmute myself. So what we have here, this 6-chord strategy is really an energy plus money solution. Okay, the goal here is get what you want. Order the Ningxia Red, the Zing, the Nitro to increase your energy. Give your body that nutrition it needs, and then move on. Like, move on with your day. Do the things that you were put on this earth to do. Money solution, same thing. We make things so much more difficult than they need to be, but the truth of the matter is you need 6 guys, 6 people that enroll, 6 people that enroll 6 people, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I want you to see that the solution can be simple. The 6 squared strategy leads you to Royal Crown Diamond. That's how many you need, 6 to be Royal Crown Diamond. We just showed you the income disclosure for the monthly amount. You just said what it is that you're wanting to achieve. To do that, you've got to take the steps, have the strategy, have the plan. We're going to check out the compensation plan for the rank requirements in a little bit. But right now, I'm going to turn this over to Sunshine for her to show you how simple this model really is.
All right, I'm going to erase that little drawing there. There we go. Okay, so this is where it's at, folks. This is the power of 6. This is what we call the cube. This is basically the strategy in a cube here. You are going to pick your 6 to build a foundation. So all of these numbers are based upon each of these people placing a minimum of 100 PV order every single month. So you're going to find your 6, and you are going to help people. You're going to help your 6 get their 6, and then teach them how to get their 6. So what ends up happening is that we start out with 6, right? And then you help your 6 get their 6, and that ends up with 36 team members. And then they help their 6 get their 6, 216, and we go on and on and on. And so we have this special line right here where it says 6 squared strategy. That's the sweet spot. And we're going to talk about why that's the sweet spot in just a second. But I also want you to notice that there's another line up there, that white line, that shows you that once you hit this place where you have 1,296 team members, let me get my little drawing thing. So each one of these represents 1,296 team members. So you have 7,776 team members. This is an average monthly commissions income of $37,812. Is that so much money you're not sure what you would do with it? Let me know in the chat. Like, could you use that money every single month, $37,000? What if I gave you some good news and let you know this is completely based on commission of that 100 PV? This doesn't include any bonuses. This doesn't include your diamond bonus. It doesn't include any of that stuff. So when we looked at that income disclosure, it's about $64,000 a month. That's how much Crown Diamond actually makes. So we're just keeping this really simple, based upon commissions only. So I want you to see that you can get your return on your investment. We said that it was about $300 to get started. Literally, all you have to do is get your 6, and that already pays for that investment. Pretty cool. Okay, so, oh, I gotta get that pen off of there. Okay, so here is the sweet spot. It's the sweet spot because most of us don't even know what it would be like to not have to keep working, right? Keep recruiting, keep doing all the things that we've been doing. So this is the place where you get your 6, you help your 6 get their 6, you train them to help their people get 6. So this is the power of duplication. You are going to actually help them do exactly what you did. And what happens is that your team multiplies dynamically. And then you're responsible, per the policies and procedures, to follow up with your team on a quarterly basis where you would be providing that education. So your responsibility is really to work very closely with those 6 so they can get their 6. And then from there, you're going to teach them how to work closely with their 6 to get their 6. And that is the 6 squared strategy. It's very simple, and it will get you results. Number 1, you invest in your energy and your health. 2, you help others with their energy and their health and making money. So we asked earlier, do you know anybody that needs any energy? Do you know anybody that needs money? Yeah, we all do, right? And so this is for anybody. And then 3, you end up getting money for your health. And that's nice because you're improving your health immediately and you're having that money to just invest in your health even more. I could do a ton with that. Yeah, I could find something to do with it. Yeah, for this $37,000 paycheck. Yeah, so we just need a strategy. All right, so you can up your game. We have this up your game, increase your performance everywhere on all these sheets. You've got a mega boost. If you get your 6 this month, you get that $300 that you invested right back. And we are talking about dollars. We're not complicating things with PV. We can get into that once people are ready to get into it, okay? So we're keeping it very simple. These dollar amounts are exactly spot on. It might be $302 for you guys in Florida if you're not on YL Go, because you have to pay tax for shipping. So, you know, but it is right on the money. Then there's the Ultra Boost. If you complete your square in 6 weeks, that would be you finding your 6 this week, them finding their 6 next week, them finding their 6 the next week, and on and on and on. That's where that fast money comes in. That $37,000 paycheck is waiting for you. We can't hear you, Shauna.
All right, I unmuted me. There we go. So I know that we've gone through this in like 42 minutes so far, right? We have shared energy. We have shared money. At this point, really, it's just about asking you and you asking the other people, like, are you ready to get started? Because there's, like we've talked about on the U squared, it's really about, are you going to keep hitting that window or are you ready to go through the door? If you're ready to go through the door, if you were brand new, you would fill out this. If you are a member already, of course, you've already done this. But we want to show you guys how easy this can work with someone that is a prospect that's brand new. We have it listed right here, everything they need to do. Go to Young Living, pick the top that states, I want to, you know, be a member and have their ID numbers. You would enter your member number there. They would enter your member number there. We even have, how easy this is, guys, is the number for a box of nitro, a box of zinc, all of this information to help them get started quite easily, okay? And then the second part is choose your essential rewards. We're going to get people started on essential rewards day 1. We're not waiting till, you know, the couple of months down the line, or if you decide you want to do this a business. This is all a package deal. What we are bringing people here is the fact you can get started with energy and money right away. All right. These little packages that we have named them, of course, you're not going to go to Young Living and type in family pack and it come up. These are things that we've put together to show people how they can get started with getting that energy back and having the at least $200 per month. The least one is $140, so it's a little bit less than that with the YL Go, or $150. All the way up to almost $500. We've got the best deal because this is if you want your whole family to have energy. All right. The best deal, the $455 YL Go, is the Ning Sharetta Essential Rewards Kit, which has the 4 bottles, the 30-pack, 3 boxes of nitro, and 3 cases of zinc. That way you can have that, yes, wonderful drink of the zinc and Ning Sharetta nitro more than once in a year, right? And guys, let's be honest. If you're making $37,000 a month, doing Young Living, you can afford $455 with the best deal, right? But you can choose any of those. My family personally does the Ning Sharetta Essential Rewards Kit, a box of nitro and a case of zinc. That's like the minimum we do on a monthly basis when it comes to our energy. All right, so getting started on your 6 squared system. And this right here, again, just walks them through exactly what they need to do. We even have on here on number 8, donate to the Young Living Foundation. Click automatic roundup. Pennies save lives every day. If you're one of those people that, I personally think we all should be that way, but if you're one of those people that really look for ways that you can invest in other people and other organizations, let me tell you, rounding up for the Young Living Foundation helps so many people. And there's so much information on youngliving.com about the different organizations. And my heart is at the school in Ecuador because of Hillary, the little girl we support every month. But guys, I want to do that extra every single month. All right, Sunshine.
Okay, so it's my turn. Who is on YL Go?
Yay!
I ordered my order on Thursday and I got it yesterday. No joke. I was like, what? Florida people are even getting it in 4 or 5 days. Pretty cool. So YL Go is a subscription service just like Amazon Prime. You pay a fee, you get free shipping for the year. So YL Go is $59 a year. That will ensure that you get a free shipping on every single one of your Essential Rewards order. Have you noticed that we got Ningxia Red, Zing, Nitro's not too heavy, but Ningxia Red and Zing are really heavy. And so I used to pay about $25 per shipping per order. So that is, you pay it one time, for the next 12 months, you got free shipping on your Essential Rewards. YL Go Plus, for those of you who really like the products and like to get freebies twice a month, this program is great for you. This is every Essential Reward order is free shipping, and then 24 more orders throughout the year. So your point redemption, I just redeemed 250 points, and I did not pay any shipping, no tax. It was awesome. It was so exciting. Sometimes I wait to redeem my points until I get to Utah because I like really getting it for free, completely free. And now I can. So that's $129 a year. But you saw that we listed out YL Go prices and regular prices. You will save in shipping if you go with YL Go. So I'm going to take a look at the chat here. Yes on YL Go. Yes, YL Go Plus. Yep. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, my mom got her second order really fast. It's so cool. All right, so let's get into what exactly is this worth? There were quite a few of you who are already making money with Young Living. So let's see what your check is worth. How about that? First, I want you to look at this cube again and see that we start at star. So when you get your 6, you are automatically star. And so this system is like a well-oiled machine. You get people enrolled, they're on Essential Rewards right away. They know that they're going to be investing in their health every single month. Okay, so in order for this system to work, everybody already has to be on Essential Rewards. Super easy. So star right away when you get your 6. The next level, you're already at executive. So that just skips over senior star. You're just executive. And then you go to silver, platinum, crown diamond, and then royal crown diamond. So that is just the way the cube goes. So let's look at what it's worth. We're talking about if you had this money in the bank and you were getting the interest off of this money. And so like Star, you were making $77 in interest every single month. You would have to have $15,400 in the bank. What do you think about that? Remember how we talked about the money problem and how many Americans have zero in their savings? So you having a check of $77 a month or more is like having money in the bank. Pretty cool. Your senior star check is worth $48,000 in the bank. Gold, $1.2 million. That is mind-boggling to me. You would have to have $1.2 million in the bank to get a $6,000 interest check every single month. Let's go on up. Platinum, $3 million. I was like, wow, that's very, very cool. And so you folks that want to hit Royal Crown Diamond, it's like having $30 million in the bank when you're making $152,000. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Is it worth working hard to get that money? Yeah. Working hard, what does that look like? We're not talking about that window thing that Shauna was talking about. We're talking about getting in front of people, getting past your ego, getting past the pride of hearing rejection, all those issues. Are you willing to go and find your 6 people? Are you willing to talk to people until you find your 6 people? Are you willing to help other people talk to people until they find their 6 people? Like, is it worth it to you? It's worth it to me. So let me know if you think it's worth it. Yeah, how long And how hard would it be to save $30 million? I plan to let you know that, Shauna. Oh, that's a lot of money. I love those slides. Yes, totally worth it. So, network marketing is the fastest growing business model in the world today. There are 30,000 people a day looking for a home-based business. Robert Kiyosaki is a real estate mogul. He has many, many quotes on network marketing. He is totally a fan. And he says that, you know, well, I'll post some quotes from him. He's really amazing. All right, back on to Shauna.
All right, guys. So I understand that people tend to ask questions, right? We've got some answers because we know that people always find an excuse or a question to move forward before they'll move forward. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but let's just ask a couple. Do the Ningxia Red products really help with energy? Yes. Yes. Ningxia Red is a superfood. The energy will build up in your system, and over time you will see increasingly more energy. The nitro is great for a punch of energy with no crash. Ding is refreshing burst of energy. If you have not done the 30-day red challenge, I highly recommend it because I have seen people after people say, I have more energy after doing the 30-day challenge. Can you imagine if you do it for 60 days, 90 days? We have been doing it for several years now. And I mean, I just came back from California, guys. Let me tell you, I was on the go. My daughter was on the go. We had our Ningxia Red every morning before we got started for the day. Why would I want to be in network marketing? How many people have heard this? Guys, network marketing is a great place for the average person to get ahead in life. Just what we were talking about. How hard and how long would it take to save $30 million into the bank, right? We have a hard time just saving $30 because we're living paycheck to paycheck. Network marketing allows you to do that. I can say that our son is going to college debt-free, and unfortunately, we did not have all the money for his college saved up in the beginning because we were living day-to-day, paycheck to paycheck for many years until we started doing Young Living and being able to have that extra income. If it's so easy and so fast, why isn't everyone doing it? Great question. Each and every one of you are capable of doing this. Not everyone, though, sees the benefit of this time-tested business model. Some people have the idea that buying from big corporations is best rather than supporting their neighbor. Not everybody is going to jump on board, right? There's always going to be those people, but I can tell you there are plenty of people out there that are looking for a solution, and what we have here in the 6-card strategy is making it as simple as possible. If you need energy, you need money, you need 6, guys. All right, I'm not going to go through every one of these because I know on time we're getting to 8:53, but this is all here in this PowerPoint, and we also are making up some booklets that have the same information on there. All right, so I'm going to end with this last question. Should I find 7 or 8 people to improve my odds? Okay. If you have more than 6 enrollments, you can simply strategically place the enrollments beyond 6 in a place that will benefit your business according to the 6-squared strategy. All right. So I know a lot of you I have like 24 people on my top line, but not all of those 24 are doing this as a business. I need 6 people that are willing to commit to saying, hey, I am going to do this as a business, and I'm going to find 6 people and help those 6 people get 6 people and get 6 people that get 6 people. I personally cannot get 40,000 people, and personally I don't want to take care of 40,000 people, but I can take care of 6, right? And my people can take care of 6, and as that multiplies, it is awesome. All right.
Okay, so is this a pyramid scheme? How many people have heard that question before? So we have the answer. No. In this business, you only get paid if products are sold from the company to someone in your network, either retail or wholesale. Also, in a pyramid scheme, the only people who make money are those who get in first. But in this company, everyone has an equal opportunity to make money and become the top income earner in the company. So none of us can be the first one because it's 24 years old. Okay, so pyramid schemes are actually illegal and policed by the FTC. Do you think a 24-year-old company would have been figured out by the FTC if it was a pyramid scheme? Absolutely. All right. So did you know that 85% of people hate their job? How many of you? You don't have to answer, but I know there's a few of you that don't like your job. I know that there's a couple of you, Nurse Comfort, that love your job, so that's awesome. But there's always the thought that 800 million jobs are expected to be lost by 2030 due to automation. Tons of jobs are going to be lost. So those are the people that you want to be making aware that maybe they would want to have a side gig. There are $189 billion in sales in network marketing. 76 billion of those were paid to distributors. 2017. That's awesome. I love that. 70% of home businesses are successful within 3 years. Who is willing to give this 3 years to make that kind of money we were talking about earlier? I am. Wellness is 34% of the network marketing market. People are increasingly turning to network marketing. Young Living is an established 24-year-old company. And so let's visit that people are increasingly turning to network marketing real quick. So with follow-up, if it takes 3 to 11 times for somebody to say yes to your opportunity, that's not hounding them for 11 days, right? It's not like that. But casually following up with them, how many people have presented Young Living essential oils to someone and they seemed moderately interested, but then 2 months later, they joined another network marketing company, not even Young Living. They joined something else and they got a business going. They were so excited. You can just take that as a learning lesson that maybe you didn't follow up enough, okay? Network marketing.
So, John, can I say,
Yeah,
and maybe
absolutely.
you shared the oils with them, but they had no idea how they were going to pay for it, and this other person came in and shared the business aspect and then the products, all right? So just remember that both are going to be very important, and it may help make people to make that decision on whether or not they want to get started.
That's a very good point. I know a friend that joined another network marketing company so she could pay for her products, her Young Living products. Okay, network marketing has produced more millionaires than any industry in the world. Why not you?
Something I learned this weekend is that 85% of women that make 6 figures or more do it with network marketing. So if you want to be a 6-figure income woman, network marketing is where it's at.
Awesome. Okay, so here's the comp plan, okay? Guess what? We're not even going to get into it. You can see here if you want to study this and find out where you're making the money. So this is where when people are really ready to dive into the compensation plan and find out exactly how they're making money, they absolutely can. But basically this is you invest at least 100 PV, right? So that's around $200 a month. In your health, you get 6 people to do the same. You find them to get their 6 people, and you will see if you look at Royal Crown Diamond, you need 6 legs to be Royal Crown Diamond, and that is how we have set that all up for you, okay? So this is the 6 squared strategy.
All right. So I hope you guys have seen how simple we have really taken something like the compensation plan, how we've even taken out the complexity of, you know, what oil, how do I use lavender, how do I use this and that. All those things can come later, but let me tell you guys, if people don't have the energy and the money, then the chances of them really getting into the oils is because they love oils. How do they know that they love oils if they won't even come and listen to a presentation? How many people do you know, if you were to ask them, do you need a little more energy? I may have a solution for you. Would you be willing to listen to more? Might just say yes to that. Okay? So, as we said at the beginning, this will allow you to make a quantum leap. This is about quick and going forward and not thinking I have to wait forever until someone decides that they might want to do this as a business. We're asking up front. I know for me, that is something that we use the word organically. I just waited and waited until someone was ready to do this as a business. Every single one of my business builders pretty much said, hey, I want to do this as a business. Or I said, hey, One person, I specifically said, hey, I feel like God is saying if you want to pay for your hay, Young Living might be the answer. She started doing the business to buy more hay for her animals, okay? So we have to remember that sometimes it's about helping people meet their needs, not only health-wise, but I consider finances a health issue too, because when we don't have the finances, we're not able to live a healthy lifestyle.
So now it's story time from Sunshine. I must have been in about the 5th grade, maybe 11 years old, when my little rural grade school out in West Texas had a Halloween carnival. One of the junky prizes I won that night was a woven straw tube about 5 inches long. The red, green, and yellow bands of straw were threaded together in diamond-shaped diagonal patterns. The toy puzzled me. I had no idea what I had pulled out of a carnival's fishing pond. I threw it into the sack with the rest of the trinkets and cheap candy I'd won, forgetting about it until I saw an older kid waving one of the same things around his finger. I got one of those, I said. What is it? Chinese handcuffs, he said. See, you stick a finger from each hand into it, and when you try to pull them out, you're trapped. Here, let me show you. Wait, how do you get out of it? I asked, although the thing looked harmless. In fact, it looked plain boring. Oh, don't worry, he said. It's just made out of straw. I was skeptical. Something about this bothered me. Let me see you do it, I said. Sure, he said, inserting a finger into each end of the hollow straw cylinder. Then he pulled his hands apart, and sure enough, the weave tightened around the 2 fingers, straw handcuffs I can't get loose. He grinned as I stared at the woven strands, clutching his 2 index fingers. Then he wiggled his hands, and he was free. Now you try it, he said. Make sure your fingers are all the way in so you can make it work. It worked. I crammed my index fingers in as far as I could, then I tried to pull my hands apart. The straw tube gripped my flesh and held my fingers close. I was surprised, even stunned at the straw's refusal to yield. The more I struggled, the more firmly the Chinese handcuffs held me. I pulled so hard my knuckles popped, but the straw just dug deeper into my skin. The harder I tried, the worse it got. I started sweating and my face turned red. My fingers ached along with my pride, but I kept struggling. I knew it was somehow possible to break free because I'd watched the older kid do it. He was bigger and stronger, so I assumed more effort was the answer. As it turned out, trying harder was a trap. Eventually, the other boy lost interest in the trick and shared the secret with me. Take it easy, he said. Relax. Now push your fingers in instead of trying to pull them out. Give it a little twist. Now just ease your fingers out of the holes. It sounded all wrong, pushing my fingers into the Chinese handcuffs in order to get them out. As I did, he said, I did as he said, though, and all of a sudden my left hand slid out of the straw clutches. Then I slipped the toy off my other finger, amazed at how easy it was to break free when I made the right moves. That happened many years ago. Looking back, I can see how sometimes life is a lot like Chinese handcuffs. It can happen to anybody. You get caught in habits that look innocent enough and don't realize you trapped yourself until you try to break free. It confuses and frustrates you when your struggles to get unstuck don't help. You see other people enjoying personal breakthroughs and assume they must be stronger, more capable, or somehow better than you. You conclude that you don't need to try harder in order to break the bonds that you hold back. Let me share with you an old secret about breakthroughs. Consider trying easier. Relax. Take the pressure off. Try a new twist. The solution may be as simple as slipping free from the straw bonds of Chinese handcuffs. So let us know in the chat, or you can unmute yourselves. What did you like about what you heard tonight? While you guys are typing, I'm going to ask you, are you ready to make the quantum leap to U squared? We have a Google form that you can fill out tonight. It will be posted. It's already posted in both of our groups. So go ahead and feel free to get started with us. What happens is you're going to see that form. You'll learn all about what's expected of you and what you can do to make that commitment. And we can add you to the Facebook group where we're providing ongoing education and ongoing opportunities. In fact, we have 4 opportunities coming up this week for energy and money. So you can ask people, do they need energy and money? And if they say yes, feel free to invite them to one of these classes. You'll see that there are 2 that are members only. These are for current members on my team or Shauna's team. So this is for you to get your people who are already using the Young Living products engaged into this money and energy opportunity. And then we have 2 for non-member prospects. Those will be so focused solely on providing the opportunity and then also giving them a close, an opportunity to get started on this journey. So, no, they are online meetings. They are Zooms. They will be posted in your group in 4 minutes, every link to each one of those. My recommendation is that you invite people personally. I would not recommend a huge broadcast on social media. You can engage them like, do you need some energy? Need some money? I might have an opportunity for you. But I would really go after those people one by one and just make some relationship and see if they're ready to get on the call. Shauna, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say, guys, one of the first questions that I asked tonight is, do you have a business plan? Do you have a business building plan that is working? This right here is maybe not for everybody, but it's definitely a great place to start, and we are welcoming you, but we are asking that if you're wanting us to help you move forward, if you're saying, hey, I want to be somebody's 6, if you're on my top line, then you would be one of my top 6. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those people that are wanting to do this, that are wanting to run forward, and that are committing. And so we're here, Sunshine and I are here until December 31st, working with each one of you guys to figure out what your business building plan is. We're showing you our business building plan and asking you to come along beside of us and work with us together on helping people get their 6, to help get their 6, to help to get their 6, and that we're all multiplying and that not one person is doing all of the work. So we're asking you to fill out the Google Doc that you're going to be able to find in our Facebook groups. And then, like she shared, 4, guys, we have 4 classes already. We are curious to see who is going to have the most people by the end of the month and then by December 31st that are committed to not only the products and using them on a monthly basis on ER, but those people that are committed to do this as a business and looking to get their 6 people. Okay? Our goal through this Claiming Your Harvest is to help each one of you reach the ranks that you set goals for at the beginning of this. So this is just another extra part to that. So we're excited to share this. I also want to share real quick, we have another wonderful speaker. If you think the last one, I mean, I feel like every single time, like I want to say, this is going to be the most wonderful one, but this guy's name is Brandon Barber. We'll be putting an event in our sites tomorrow for you guys to see. There is a quick little questionnaire that you'll be doing before next Tuesday, and then he'll be doing a Zoom call to go over this questionnaire. It's going to give you, I think it's like 40-something pages worth of information about how your brain works. Guys, if you don't know how your brain works, it is amazing. Sunshine and I have done it. We've gone through it, and we're like, are you serious? It's like on this easy scale. But here's what brought me to him. He is a coach. This is what brought me to him. Joy in the journey. All right, so that's one of his little things, just like we had about fear and stuff. His is really looking at what areas in our brain needs to change for us to have joy in the journey, and that is part of what came up with the 6-squared strategy. Is I know that there are so many things that God has put me on this earth to do, and I want to have time to do it. I needed the money to do it. I need a lot of different things, and the 6-squared is us working as a team to reach those goals. So if y'all have any questions, we are here for you.
Feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like to make any comments or chat. I'm going to stop the share so we can get back to faces here. All right.
It was
Okay.
all really good, girls. I really enjoyed it all.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes. And this is really, really excellent for men because they like simple. They don't want to do as much work as you did. Like my husband's like, let's do something simpler than teaching people about 600 products. Got it.
So where is it that we go to fill out this form?
So in the Claiming Your Harvest Facebook group, it'll come up. If a minute ago it should have come up. So whenever you go on, get off of here and go on there, you should see a post, and then it'll have a link to fill that out. All right.
All right. So you guys have 4 amazing opportunities to get people on the call. Like, just send them to us. We'll talk to them and everything. You just get them on the call.
When you guys fill out the form, we will be adding you to the Facebook group that we talked about earlier. In that Facebook group, we will also have this PowerPoint posted. We also have a script posted to kind of help walk you through what we talked about today. But we're also giving you these opportunities where we're going to be doing it, so you can listen in and bring your people to us, or feel free to do it on your own. Just know that we've been working through this and going through it to help people kind of be able to see how this works. Also want to let you know that we are making some booklets up, and I actually have one piece of paper. But it'll be a way that you can also have a booklet that'll have the slides in a different, it's a little bit different format, but that way you could just show them a booklet and go through it that way. We have it where you can also put it on your iPad and you can just flip through it and talk to people that way. So lots of different ways you can do this. One last thing that Sunshine and I were discussing is, some of you, I just saw someone put about the oils and everything. This does not take anything away from the oils, the makeup, or anything else. This is where we're starting because these are the 2 main things that we saw, energy and money. You know, as time goes by, you may say, hey, but I love the makeup. I want to be able to show people how they can get started on the Savvy Minerals and how they can make money doing that way. There's those possibilities, and we're happy to work with people on putting some of those things together. But, you know, let's be honest, who has time to put on makeup if you can't get out of bed, right? So there's things that we're looking at that we're starting here with the 6 squared, but the actual 6 squared is that square that you saw, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, right? That everybody is helping 6 people get started, and that is really what the 6 squared is about.
Yeah, so these meetings, there's 4 meetings. 2 are for current members, so go prospect your members, see who needs energy and money, and get them on the call. So members can actually attend any of the 4 meetings. There's just going to be 2 meetings that are for prospects, people that are not currently members. So we'll do that class just a little bit different. We will go more in depth with the Ningxia products, tell them how they work and everything. So all of these can be shared with your people. And so these are 4 opportunities where I'm sure that you've been to a class where Shauna came and taught, just because that's what she does. You guys have been to classes that I've taught just because. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're just giving you an opportunity for you to get your people in front of us. Sometimes it's easier to have somebody else help recruit your 6 people, and then you become the Shauna or the Sunshine for their 6 people. And it's just, sometimes it's easier that way. So feel free to utilize those. We want to just fill those classes up and just help you guys get started on your 6. Thanks for joining us tonight. You guys have a great evening. We're going to be so blessed to hear Brandon Barber next week. Talk to you soon. Make every day count.
Bye guys.
Bye.